When I was a preacher, I'd always have these like go-to stories, either for weddings or for funerals. And I want to share with you one of my go-to stories that I use often for funerals. It was about like two brothers. There was a brother that was born healthy and he could walk around, and there was a brother that was, born lame. And so he needed his bigger brother to carry him around everywhere. And so one day, the bigger brother is carrying the little brother down this road, and this old man sees him and he says, "Hey, it's a large burden that you're carrying." And the bigger brother thinks of his little brother and he says, "Sir, he's not a burden, he's my brother." I shared that story at almost every funeral I ever did because so often we think of like interjections or me needing something or my friend needing something or my family member needing something as kind of like a burden. But in reality, it's this invitation for a greater relationship, a deeper friendship. Today, my bucket story kind of revolves a little bit about that, kind of the burden of interruptions. It was the first time in like 4 months. I went to like a proper gym this morning, and I did a little bit on the elliptical, and then I jumped and did a little bit of weights, and then I went to the swimming pool, and then I went to the steam room. I mean, that's the whole reason I came back to that gym was their steam room is killer. And I get in the steam room, and there's like an old friend there that I hadn't seen in like months. And so we start chatting in the steam room, and he goes, "Hey, do you have time for a cup of coffee?" I was like, "Yeah." And we went out, we had a great cup of coffee, and just chatted about things, chatted about everything that's kind of happened in life the last few months. And it really edified me. And I hope it edified him a little bit too. And it was a great moment of grace, a great moment of like restoring a friendship or even building a friendship up. And it was because him and I both allowed an interruption to happen. He had other plans that day. I'm sure he did. He had to go like drive his kids to school. He probably wanted to do breakfast or something after he hit the gym. I have to run to work. I have to do those things. But all of a sudden, this chance happened, right? Like, boom, and and we allowed this interruption to happen. What I'm trying to get at is that if friendship is a priority in your life, it has to be something that interrupts you every now and then. You have to allow your daily plans to be interrupted sometimes by your friends. That's to be a good friend and receive friendship, both of them. Because when we look at our friends, we should see our brothers and our sisters and not burdens. The world wants to look at us all as burdens or transactional or those things. But where we are being invited to look into is something greater. It's something that's like deeper than that. That's my bucket story for the day. It's a simple one. And I hope if you listen to this little story that you think about like, how will I allow my day to be interrupted by my friends? And let it happen because your day is better because of friendship. Friendship makes you happier. Hope you have a beautiful day out here in Utah. Take care and God bless.